Don't all delays kind of sound the same? Nope. Today, we're going to listen to some of the most popular delay plugins on vocals side by side so you can hear the difference. Delay is one of those essential effects used in just about every single song ever. So choosing your go-to delay plugin for your template is a big decision. And if you're new to recording, delay is like echo. It's called delay because it's like we hear the vocal show up late. It's delayed. If you were to put a delay on your voice at 100%, you'd actually hear your voice come in late. But we don't put a whole vocal through a delay. We just put a little bit to give us that echoing effect. And this is one of the elements that will make your mixes sound fuller, bigger, and textured. When I started college as a recording engineering major, it took me a minute to figure out the difference between delay and reverb. Reverb sounds different because it's the spread of the reflections, whereas delay will actually sound like the whole vocal being repeated. By the way, I'm Kimera, producer, songwriter, vocalist, and on this channel, I try out different plugins, teach you how to work faster in Pro Tools, and help you find your signature sound right from your home studio. The delay plugins we're about to listen to are Echoboy by Soundtoys, H-Delay by Waves, Valhalla Delay, and Movement by Output. And I'm gonna do this in two parts. First, I will play back my basic, clean setup, and we'll listen to them all side by side, rapid fire. And then second, we'll cycle through some of their presets where things can get a little saucier. All right, so here we are in the session. This is my delay setup right here. I always use 3 different delay channels, and they're gonna be an 1/8 note, a 1/4 note, and a 1/2 note. That's just how I do it. It's pretty standard for pop music. And then typically I keep my delay levels pretty low, like this is how low my reverb is. But for the purposes of this demo, I am turning them way too loud so we can really hear them. But what we're gonna do is dial it back in the mix. And I pretty much like to turn it all the way down so I can't hear it, and then turn it up until I can kind of hear it. I'm creating more of a feeling than an actual audible effect. And if you're looking at this and wondering how I have this routed, please check out the recording template video that will show you how I set up this entire vocal template. Because we're never gonna wanna put our standard time-based effects directly on the vocal track itself. We want to use what are called auxiliary tracks and send faders. So first we are going to listen to the very basic setup, and then afterwards we will listen to some of the presets in here and how these delays can get a little crazier. So right now it's sounding like this, and you'll really hear the delay when I press stop for sure.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
So that's a sneak preview of what Echoboy is sounding like. So check it out. This is Soundtoys Echoboy. And I have my mix all the way at 100 because I'm controlling the amount of delay from my send. So it's not 100% that we're hearing. We're only hearing about this much. But I have my mix at 100. I keep my feedback around like 20%. Feedback is how many times it repeats. If you had it set to max, it will just never stop repeating and your delay will be delaying for the rest of the entire song. You don't want that. And as you can see, there are some other parameters to play with, but for now, again, this is the very, very basic setup. So taking a listen again.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Very nice. And then let's listen without the beat.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Really gives it some great texture. Let me just run through each of the plugins, show you how differently they're set up, and then we'll do a rapid fire listening side by side. So this is H-Delay. I already can hear a little bit of a hiss when I turn it on. It's probably this lo-fi setting. So what if I turn it off? Because I don't, no, I still hear it. Ah, analog. Waves is notorious for adding this analog hiss sound. I don't like it. Ah, and it's gone. That's what it was. All right, so as you can see, our delays are at an 1/8 note, 1/4 note, 1/2 note. Again, have my feedback around 20%, 30 out of 200, whatever increment that means. And then my dry wet, which is also sometimes labeled mix, is at 100%. Next, we're gonna be checking out Valhalla Delay, mix 100. Here's my note. This one has the feedback up a little high. This is, I'm just leaving this on the default setting. So we'll listen to what that sounds like. Maybe we'll dial it back. And then finally, we're gonna end with Movement by Output. This is technically not in my delays folder, but it definitely creates delay effects. So I wanted to show you something a little left field, just to let you know what the possibilities are. But what I've done here is I've left it on the factory default, and it defaults to have an 1/8 note delay. And I clicked on it and I changed the different values per track that we're on. So we have the 1/4 note, and then we have that 1/2 note. The dry wet is right here. It's all the way up, but mostly I'm showing you this plugin because I want to show you the preset folder, which has, I mean, I don't know, hundreds, a couple hundred presets. So we will check those out in just a moment, but let's go ahead and do our listen side by side. All right, starting with Echoboy.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Very clean, love it. H delay.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Okay, okay. Take notes, leave comments, let me know what you're thinking. Valhalla is next.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
All right, all right. Notice that it's still going. That's because this feedback's up kind of high. So you may want to dial that back, but let's keep it moving. What is movement doing?
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Ooh, already sounding way, way different. All right, of those 4, which is your favorite? We're about to get into the craziness of these delays, which, you know, sometimes you want to do a super, super affected vocal, but you might also be here just to find your basic go-to delay. So I hope that you find the answers in this video. And before I get into this, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button, hook it up. I appreciate all the support.
You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you.
Fire.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Ooh.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Sweet.
You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you.
Ooh.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Oh.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Aw, sick. Some great texture we're adding to this with all the extra little parameters like the saturation. We can mess with the groove and the feel. I love this so far. Let's check out H Delay's presets.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Nice.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Oh, sweet.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Oh, I did not expect this out of a delay plugin. Okay.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
There we go. As much as I love diving into crazy special effects, I feel like today's video is about finding our go-to basic delay that might have a little extra sauce sprinkled on top. So I'm thinking stay a little simpler on this one.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Ooh, interesting.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Very cool.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Okay.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Nice. That was like no feedback. What if we turn the feedback up on that?
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Nice. All right. Waves is always a goodie. Let's check out Valhalla Delay. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. If you know me, you know that Valhalla makes my favorite reverbs. And I have a reverb shootout where I tested all 3 Valhalla reverbs side by side. So make sure you check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. There's really all kinds of stuff in here that's like not even necessarily a normal delay. But again, we're gonna focus on the kind of normal stuff. Let's listen to the 8th note folder.
You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you.
That's cool.
You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you.
Interesting. Can I just listen to a couple of the crazy ones just for fun. I can't help myself. Otherworldly, like, come on, I have to know.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Oh, wow. I love that.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Ooh, that is scary.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Whoa. Oh my God.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Okay, wow. What are you hearing so far? Before we move on to movement, movement's the crazy one. Are you ready? All right, so here we go. In movement, if you click on this, you get the preset menu, which you can filter here. So let's say I want something tremolo. I want something spacey. Let's just see what we find in that.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Interesting.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Wow.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Nice.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Oh, these are pretty tasteful so far.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Lovely. Ah,
You couldn't make me fall for you.
I spoke too soon.
You couldn't make me fall for you. You couldn't make me fall for you.
Whoa.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
If you're hearing some clicking and popping, I apologize. This is being grabbed by screen record, so I might be overloading my system a touch.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Cool.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
What?
You couldn't make me fall for you.
Woo.
You couldn't make me fall for you.
What? Okay. I think that's enough for now. So if you are looking for something a little crazier or a little more basic and tasteful, I think you might have found it right here today. There is a reason I have all of these toys in my toy box. And if you love producing too, you will find eventually that you have collected a large amount of plugins. And to help you decide which ones you should get, check out this playlist where I go through tons of plugins on my voice so you can try it before you buy it. Click subscribe and then click here to check out the next plugin.